Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name's Amanda. In today's video, we are going to be doing a short builder gel and rubber base overlay. So I really hope you all enjoy watching. Now I'm going to be doing these on my own nails. I've actually trimmed them down short as I'm in the process of packing to move house. So I thought instead of risking any damage or breakages, I'm just going to go and have short nails for a couple of weeks. So I've already trimmed them down and I had done some cuticle prep for previous videos, so I don't need to do too much of a thorough in-depth prep, but I thought we would do a little bit of prep for today's video as well. So I've started off by cleansing, and then we're going to take the Helsinki cuticle tool. I do love going in with this particular cuticle tool to begin with because it scrapes off any excess cuticle super easy. It is very sharp, so you do need to be very gentle with it. Now in some areas around my cuticles, I still had a little bit of peel off base coat on from a previous nail design, so you will see some of that scraping up as well, not just excess cuticle. But because this tool is super sharp, it does just scrape anything off, but you do need to be very careful. So I'm being quite gentle. I'm keeping it flat against the nail plate, so I'm not digging into the nail plate, and I'm very gently just pushing up and down the nail just to scrape off all that excess cuticle, and it does get it up nice and quickly. And then what I love about this tool is if you flip it around from the straight end, you have this curved rectangular end. This is great because you can kind of hold this upright, push back the living tissue, and then scrape any excess cuticle that's kind of going underneath that living tissue that you don't want to necessarily remove. So once I've done all of this, I'm going to switch to the Sofia cuticle tool, and this is great for just pushing back anything that you don't want to remove. So any cuticle that you don't want to remove, any living tissue, etc., that you don't want to remove, this pushes it all back. But then it is quite sharp as well, so if you was just going in and doing simple prep, you could still scrape off excess cuticle with this. So this is a great tool to have. I would say it's brilliant for kind of like your basic prep or finishing prep. So I always like to go in with that one to push everything back. And then I love that that one is double-sided too, so you've got a narrow and a wider end, so it suits all nail beds. I'm just going to really quickly clean over the nail plate. As I mentioned, I had a little bit of peel off base coat that I'd forgot to remove, so I was just getting any of that off as well. And then I can kind of assess the nails and see what other prep needs to be done. But I was quite happy with them. I didn't want to nip anything off as my skin is a little bit sensitive at the moment. So then I'm going to go in and buff the surface of the nails. This is just to simply remove the shine so our gel products adhere. You want to be really gentle as well at this stage. You don't want to do any over buffing. You don't want to be removing layers of the nail plate. You simply just very gently want to go over the entire surface of the nail once, just to remove the shine. So I do look as though I'm being a little bit rougher here, but it's because the video has been sped up. Now once I've done that, I'm going to switch to my Kiki London file, and I'm just using the 180 end to neaten up the free edge. Now at this point is where if I had longer nails, I might want to come in and shape them. So I might want to change from a square to a round shape, for example. So you can do this at this point as well. Because I'm just keeping these as a short natural gel finish, I'm just wanting to tidy them up, so I want that round shape that they already have just to be a little bit neater. So I'm doing this by just going in one direction with my file, and then I'm going to take my dust brush just to dust all of that excess dust away. Now of course at this point, if you was working on longer nails, you'd probably spend a little bit more time filing to get that shape neater. Then I'm going to go in with another one of the Kiki London alcohol wipes, and this time I'm doing this to dehydrate the nail plate so that there's no excess oils on there to interact with any of our gels or cause any lifting issues. Then once I've done this, I'm going to go in with the Kiki London primer. This is going to prime basically and get your nails ready for your gel products. Now this is air drying and a little bit goes a long way. So you just want to make sure that you're only getting this on the nails and avoid getting it on the skin because it can dry out the skin a little bit. Then we're going to go in with our base. Now I'm going to be using RB23 today. This is a beautiful milky lilac shade, and I'm going to be doing my overlay with my rubber base and builder gel a little bit different today. So normally I would go in and do one coat of my base coat and then go in and do my builder gel. Now for today's video, I wanted this colour to come through a little bit more. So I'm actually going to do 2 coats of base coat so that we get that colour popping a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in with a clear layer of my builder gel. Now the rubber bases are able to be used on their own. So if you wanted to, you could go in and just do your 2 coats of rubber base. That is a very strengthening mani. But because I know I'm going to be quite tough on my nails over the next couple of weeks, I'm wanting to make sure that there's that extra strength that the builder gel gives, because I do also want to be able to grow my nails out a little bit more as well. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply my first coat of rubber base. As I was showing you when I was speaking, I'm only taking a small amount on my brush, so I'm wiping off one side of my brush and then just leaving a small amount on the other side of the brush, because I do want to apply this in thin layers. So with this first coat, I'm applying this thin enough that you're not really getting too much of that color coming through. I'm scrubbing it into the nail plate. This is going to give us a really good foundation to work on top of and eliminate any lifting issues that you might normally get for troublesome clients. Like, I'm one of those people, I used to really struggle to get products to stay on my nails, but the rubber base, it just lasts. It doesn't budge, it doesn't go anywhere. As long as you have correctly prepped the nail, I find that I don't have any lifting issues even when I am being quite tough on my nails. So I'm keeping this first coat quite thin. This is how I would normally do my first coat with this colour, so I've not made any difference there. And then I always like to have my stripe liner brush to hand, because this does really help you get a nice neat application, especially when you're working on smaller nail beds like I have here. Now I like to just go in with a bottle brush, apply this to majority of the nail, and then take a nice amount on my stripe liner brush so that I can make sure I'm still getting enough product around that cuticle and sidewall area where I didn't push much product up there with my brush. This is also great for evening out your application as well, so if it looks a little bit uneven, you can run over the nail with your stripe liner brush and kind of pull that gel where you want it to go. Now with my little finger, my nail bed is super tiny. I don't even really attempt getting close to my cuticle with the bottle brush because it's super small, so I just take more product than I normally would on my stripe liner brush and just basically get as close as I can with that stripe liner brush. Another brush that's great to have to hand as well is the round nail art brush for cleanup. I always have this to hand as well, though, so then I can go in with a little bit of alcohol and clean up any product that I might get on the skin. So this is what RB23 looks like in one coat. As you can see, it's a hint of lilac coming through. I really love this color. I don't think I've wore this one on myself in ages, so it was really nice to pop this one down. I did do my thumbnail separately off camera. Now like I said, I want a little bit more of this color to come through in my builder gel manicure, because I'm not going to be coming in with a color on top, so we're kind of encapsulating this in our builder gel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a second coat, and I'm applying this pretty much exactly the same way I did that first coat. Usually when I'm just doing a rubber base manicure, I will apply this second coat a little bit thicker. I will go in and build a bit of an apex with this, but because I'm wanting to come in with that layer of clear builder gel, I'm just keeping this thin because I'm using it more for the color, and I just wanted to do it this way so that I know I've got a little bit extra strength than rubber base alone. But also it's a great way to show you guys how versatile the products are, especially if you are working on clients who are wanting to grow their nails. You're going to experience clients who go through different walks of life, have different kind of strengths to their nails, and a lot of clients with weaker nails, sometimes it takes a little bit of adapting to find a routine or treatment that works for them. So if you were finding maybe that builder gel on its own wasn't working, or rubber base on its own wasn't working, I definitely would recommend combining the two. It's kind of like the ultimate strengthening manicure. And then maybe as their nails, if they start taking care of their nails, or if they're not as hard on their nails and they start looking after them and doing proper aftercare, you might then find that you can switch them from a builder gel mani to just a rubber base mani. So there's all these different different options when you are working with the Kiki London systems. And then if they were, maybe if they'd started to grow their nails longer and then they've got length that they want to keep, you might find you want to switch them on to the sculpting gel as well. So yeah, there's lots of options available to find different things that will work for yourself or your clients. So as you can see, going through, I've just applied the second coat to all of the nails. I do like to as well with this second coat bring it right up to the tip of the nail, kind of like how you would cap the nail, just because I want to use this for the color as well. So I'm not necessarily stressing about going to cap with the builder gel. I'm wanting to make sure that that color is coming right up to the tips of the nails, and sometimes it can shrink away. So I do always like to just pull that color right to the tip right before popping them in to cure. So that's our 2 coats of a rubber color base. If you were wanting to leave these as this, then I would recommend at this point coming in and doing your rubber top coat. We're going to go in with the Crystal Clear Easy Build Up Gel. Now what I love about this builder gel is how easy it is to work with. It has a medium viscosity, so it's not too thick and it's not too thin. It doesn't run, but you are able to easily maneuver it into place. So I'm going to apply this my standard way of applying it, which is going in and doing a thin slip layer to begin with. So I've gone in with a super thin coat over the entire nail, and then I'm taking my strap liner brush to move that product up close to the cuticles and sidewalls. And then because we're only working on short nails and I don't want to add too much thickness, I'm just going in with a very small amount on my brush and just running it from side to side down towards the tip of the nail, and it self levels absolutely effortlessly. So just like that, you have done your builder gel overlay. It couldn't get any more simple. So I'm going to go in and repeat those steps on all of the nails. I personally always find it easier to do a slip layer to begin with. This way your builder gel layer just has something to flow into, and it makes moving it a lot easier. Now obviously this is optional, everyone has their own techniques. I just find this way is easiest for me, especially when you are wanting to build length as well. So if you've got a longer nail and you're wanting to come in and build up that apex, having the slip layer down really helps you pull your gel where you want it to go to build that apex. Obviously I've not got to stress about that on this set because they are only a short set of nails. If you don't feel confident doing it with a builder gel layer, so maybe if you're new to builder gel in a bottle, you could just come in and simply do 2 thin coats of product without building. So I would do a thin slip layer effectively, cure that, and then just do another thin layer. But this way is a lot quicker, and as you can see, it's super simple. So I'm just rolling my brush using a circular motion, taking it from side to side, walking it down towards the tip of the nail. At the sidewalls, I don't want to add too much extra product, so if I need to pull some in, I'm just going to do that with my strap liner brush rather than the bottle brush, so that I'm not adding any excess thickness. And even though we have done 2 layers of rubber base coat and a builder gel layer, these nails are not thick in any way. They're strong enough that you feel as though you've got something protecting your nails, but they're not thick, so it keeps them looking nice and appealing as well to the eye, because you don't want, if you're doing short nails, you don't want this thick looking apex because there's no need for an apex there, so then the nails just end up looking thick and bulky. If you're working on a more medium or longer length nail, there are a few videos up on the channel using builder gel for longer nails, then you'll see we go in and we put a little bit of an apex in, so you've got that nice curve to the nail. Now here I'm just going in on my little finger. As I mentioned, it's a little bit tricky, so I like to go in with my strap liner brush. If at any point you feel as though you can't get the product to level how you want it to, you can hold the nails upside down for a few seconds, and this will help gravity do its thing, pull your gel into the center of the nail. I didn't have to do that for this set, so I just allowed them for a few seconds to self-level and then popped them in to cure for 60 seconds. And this way we've got that beautiful rubber color base still coming through, but then we've got the added bonus and protection of the builder gel. Now normally when I'm doing a strengthening mani either with rubber base or builder gel, I will go in with the rubber top coat. but I didn't feel as though I needed it on this set. I didn't want to add any extra thickness, and the rubber top coat is slightly thicker than a regular top coat, so I decided to go in with the Crsytal Top Coat today, which is a high shine no wipe top coat. So I'm just going to apply a thin coat of this to all of the nails, and then we're going to pop these in to cure. Now my skin does need a little bit of TLC, so maybe in a future video I'm going to do a more sort of skin inspired prep video. So we're going to go in and do some skin scrubs and things like that from the K&S range. So let me know if that was something you would like to see. But for now, this is what the nails are looking like once we've added that top coat. As you can see, it has such a stunning high shine. Then I'm going to finish off with the Kiki London Fresh Rose Cuticle Oil, and off camera I did apply a little bit of the K&S hand lotion as well, just to soften my skin, and hopefully this keeps them protected over the next couple of weeks. I really hope you all enjoyed watching today's video. If you have any questions, please do pop them in the comments below and I shall be happy to help. If you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit that subscription button if you haven't already, and I shall see you all again in next Friday's video. Lots of love, take care, bye bye.